Hello, my name is Daniel Burford, and I will be taking through a program that I wrote using JavaScript with the help of Node.js and Inquire to build a team generator. So what we're going to want to do is head over to the repo, which the link will be down in the description. And once we are at the repo, we're going to look for a green button that says code. And once we click on that, we're going to have a drop down with some cloning options. Depending on how you have your computer set up, you'll either hit HTTPS or SSH. Since I have my SSH keys on my computer connected with Git Bash, we'll go ahead and just hit this icon here, which is going to copy the repository. Now, once we have that copied, we're going to go ahead and head over to Git Bash. Once we're in Git Bash, we're going to type in the command git clone and go ahead and just paste that what we copied in GitHub to here, um, and press enter. Once we press enter, it's going to clone down the files from the repository down to your computer. Since the files already live on my computer, we'll go ahead and skip that step and just head over to VS Code. Once we're in VS Code, you'll hit File up at the top left and hit Open Folder, and that'll take you to your C drive. While in your C drive, you'll just look for the folder labeled TeamGenerator, and once we open that, you'll have a couple of files on the left-hand side of the screen. The one that we're going to be using is labeled index.js. So once you locate that, right-click on it and hit Open in an integrated terminal, and it'll open a terminal. Now, once in the terminal, you're going to want to type in the command node index.js. Um, Once we have that typed out, just press enter and it'll start prompting you to answer some questions, starting with a name. So we'll go ahead and start with me. My name is Daniel Burford. Now, once we have that typed out, go ahead and press enter, and it'll ask you for some roles that are some team member roles, such as engineer, intern, and manager. We'll go ahead and put manager and press enter, and it'll ask you for an ID number. So since this is showing you how the program works, we'll go ahead and put 1 since we have no other employees. Press enter, and it's going to ask for an email address. So go ahead and type in an email address. And once that person's email address is typed out, go ahead and press enter, and it'll ask for that person's GitHub information. Once we have their GitHub information typed out, go ahead and press enter again, and it's going to ask you if you'd like to add more members. Go ahead and just stay at yes so we can show you how to add more members. So hit press enter again, and this time it's gonna start again and ask you for the team member's name. So we'll go ahead and enter or type out another the next employee, and this time we'll scroll down using the arrow keys to intern and go ahead and type in that person's ID, which we'll use 2, and now that employee's email will go here, and go ahead and press enter again. And this time, since it is an intern and they are a student, it's gonna ask for a school name. So we'll go ahead and just type in a school and press enter. Now it's gonna ask you one more time for more team members. We'll go ahead and press yes, and this time we'll go to manager. So once we have that person's name typed out, we're gonna press enter and use the arrow keys again, highlight manager and press enter, and we'll go ahead and put this team member's ID as 3, and again we're gonna type in this member's email address, and once that's typed out again, we're gonna press enter. Now it's gonna ask for a phone number, so go ahead and type in this person's phone number, And once that phone number is typed out, just press enter. And now that I showed you all three categories, it's going to ask you again, would you like to add more team members? You can keep going and keep adding team members. But for this example, we'll go ahead and head over to no and press enter, and you'll see a prompt that says HTML generated. So what we'll do is we'll just close this terminal and head over to index.html. Once we get into index.html, you'll see that all the information that we typed out is now entered into the HTML file. And now that all this information is inputted into the HTML file, if we go ahead and right click on index.html and open it in the default browser, now we'll see that all the information that we did input is now on an HTML file, and with several different cards separating the employees or the members, and all the information that you see inputted. So I would see my name, engineer, with the ID of 1, with my email address and my GitHub username. The same thing over here with school and an office number for the manager. So thank you, and that's pretty much it on how to use this program.